YouTube, hello and welcome back to another video. Sorry it's been a while. As you can see, I've got a bit of a refurb project on the go at the moment, and I'm also incredibly excited to tell you that I've had 2 offers accepted. That's right, I'm buying 2 buy-to-let properties in the Northwest, and I will of course share more information and videos on them in the future once they've exchanged and completed. Now in this video, we're going to be going back to basics. One of my most frequently asked questions is how to open a limited company and what is the process from once you've had your offer accepted to opening that company and the following steps on from there. And off the back of that, of course, the second most frequently asked question is, should you buy a buy-to-let in your own name or should you buy it in a limited company? And that comes down to a whole host of different things, including, your income, what your plans are long term, whether you're looking to go full time into buy-to-let, and lots of other factors. So I would massively recommend that to make that decision, you talk to your accountant. And if you don't have an accountant, talk to Peter Jarman. He's my accountant, and we recently did a video together, which would be really useful for you to watch. Now, taking it back to the original question, if you do decide to go ahead with a limited company, what is the process of setting up that limited company from the minute you've had your offer accepted? And I see tons of people overcomplicating this process. And to be quite frank, buy-to-let is simple as long as you keep it simple. So here are the following steps that you need to follow from the minute you have your offer accepted. So you've done a ton of research. You've found your investment area, you've got the funds or savings to purchase a buy-to-let, and you're now out viewing properties. In fact, you're viewing properties, you're making offers, and of course some of them are getting rejected. Sadly, that's part of it. In fact, it would be unusual if you didn't get rejected offers. So make sure you're putting out lots of offers on the properties you're viewing, and eventually one of those offers will be accepted, which of course is incredibly exciting for the first few hours, and then you may be hit by a bit of anxiety and fear. But again, that's incredibly normal, especially on your first buy-to-let property. But moving on from there, your offer has been accepted. What are the first steps that you need to take? Now, step number 1, you're going to instruct your solicitor. Hopefully in the time that you've been gaining knowledge and doing your research, you've also been getting quotes from a couple of different solicitors so that you have someone in mind to instruct the minute your offer gets accepted. I would then tell that solicitor that you're of course thinking of buying in a limited company, so they're aware of the full situation with this buy-to-let, given the price and the address, and off you go. There'll be obviously paperwork and money that you'll need to send across in order for them to get started. Now, step number 2, which comes quite quickly afterwards, will be instructing your accountant. Same again, hopefully you've got some quotes and therefore you've got someone in mind that you can instruct as your accountant going forward. They will open a company for you and on your behalf, which will take 24 to 48 hours, and they will apply the accurate SIC codes that are required on your limited company for the banks to lend you a mortgage. Of course, you can go through this process yourself. You can open up a limited company on Companies House. Personally, coming from me as someone who has run a couple of small businesses, I would highly recommend that you treat this as a small business and hire professional help, as they will take a lot of the stress out of it and make sure it's done correctly as well. The phrase that comes to mind is start as you mean to go on. And that means running this property business like a business from day one. And whilst I am tight at the best of times, I see and know that there is huge value in hiring a professional to help you set this up correctly and accurately. Now, once your company has been set up, your accountant will send you confirmation and paperwork, and that will include your company number. You will need that paperwork and that company number in order to set up your business bank account. Do you need a business bank account? Yes, you absolutely have to run this as a business with a business bank account. And I've banked with many high street banks and also online banks, and personally I go with Starling Bank because I just think their platform is so superior and brilliant and very fast in terms of transactions. But of course, do your homework, have a look to see which banks are out there and what fees each of them are charging, and then go ahead with your favoured option. And last but not least, instruct your mortgage or bridging lender. Whether that's through a broker or not, I would leave it till this point because the paperwork requires you to have a company set up and your company number available, as well as a business bank account available. So I'd leave it till this point, set it up, But of course, this whole process that I've just mentioned should ideally only take you 1 to 2 weeks tops. That's right, from the minute you have your offer accepted, I would say there's about a 1 to 2 week window in which you get all of these steps completed. Now, it's not a necessity, but obviously you want to get wheels in motion, you want to get things moving quickly. So I recommend you work hard, work fast, and get these steps completed as soon as possible. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, first of all, I want to thank you. And second of all, I want to give you some bonus tips. Now, my first tip is keep all of your receipts. And depending which accountant you use, you might already be on a software that helps you track and keep those receipts. But if not, keep them all, because that will help you when it comes to your end of year accounts. Next up, get enthusiastic about the accounting and tax side of your business. Of course, your accountant is always there, but they're not there to hold your hand. So the more knowledge you have, the more tax efficient you can run your business. Now, my third tip, if I haven't mentioned this already, is run your property business like a business, like you would any other business that you were to launch. Put in the same systems and processes and run it from day one like a fully functioning, profiting business. And the last one, last but not least, of course, is enjoy it. Enjoy the process. As of course, it's a very stressful time and it slightly feels alien territory. However, remember to enjoy it, as this is your first buy-to-let. And remember why you started this process was to give yourself a better life. Now, if you have made it this far in the video, I massively appreciate you. Please give the video a like if you've enjoyed it. Drop me a comment below with any limited company questions. And of course, I will see you in a future video.